How secure do you feel about granting an AI full control over your computer? This question might seem a tad dramatic, yet it's the reality we face with the rise of AI personal assistants like the Rabbit R1. This device, which relies heavily on the LAMP system, may make your life easier, but it also opens the door to a myriad of security concerns. Let's delve into this a bit further. The LAMP system is essentially the brain of the Rabbit R1. It's where the AI learns, adapts, and controls. Sounds great, right? Well, not so fast. Handing over the reins of your computer to an AI might be convenient, but it also leaves you vulnerable to potential threats. Imagine a scenario where an unauthorized entity gains access to your AI-controlled computer. It's like handing over the keys to your digital life. Data breaches are a significant concern in today's digital age. With the Rabbit R1 controlling your computer, the potential for data breaches increases. Think about it. Your emails, your personal documents, your photos, everything that is private and personal to you could be at risk. The Rabbit R1, with its reliance on the LAMP system, does not seem to address these concerns adequately. And what about unauthorized access? With AI in control, there's an increased risk of someone else gaining access to your device. It could be a tech-savvy teenager next door, a curious colleague, or even a seasoned hacker halfway across the globe. The point is, with the Rabbit R1, you're granting full control of your computer to an AI. And that's a risk not everyone might be willing to take. In essence, the security measures of the Rabbit R1 seem to fall short. While the idea of an AI personal assistant controlling your computer might be appealing, the potential security risks are significant. The device's reliance on the LAMP system raises more questions than it answers, particularly about data security and unauthorized access. So the Rabbit R1's security measures are far from foolproof. The question then becomes, are you willing to take that risk for the sake of convenience? How often do your favorite websites change their layout or design? Quite frequently, right? This presents a significant challenge for the Rabbit R1's artificial intelligence. The AI is taught to navigate websites based on their current interfaces. But as we all know, the digital landscape is constantly evolving. Websites regularly update their designs, sometimes subtly, other times radically. Now imagine the AI trying to navigate a website that has undergone a significant redesign since its last visit. It could get lost, or worse, become completely ineffective. The Rabbit R1 doesn't seem to offer a solution to this problem. It's almost like teaching someone to navigate a city, only for the city to change its streets overnight. Therefore, while the idea of an AI personal assistant like the Rabbit R1 sounds appealing, its practical application may be flawed. Hence, the Rabbit R1 might struggle to keep up with the ever-changing landscape of website interfaces. Well, what's the point of a feature that isn't used? This question reverberates as we examine the Rabbit R1's scroll wheel. This intriguing component, despite its prime position on the device, is conspicuously absent in the demo. This omission leaves us questioning its necessity and purpose. One might argue that a scroll wheel provides a tactile interface, bridging the gap between the user and the digital realm. But if it's not showcased in the demo, how critical is it to the user experience? Does it enhance navigation, or is it merely an aesthetic addition? The Rabbit R1 does not clarify this confusion. Instead, it presents us with a feature that seems to exist without a clear function. This lack of clarity leaves us wondering whether the scroll wheel is a valuable addition or a redundant component. In the end, the Rabbit R1 scroll wheel seems to be a feature without a function. Shouldn't technology cater to everyone equally? Let's talk about the left-handed user experience with the Rabbit R1. Now, designing for a wide range of users is a fundamental principle of any product development. However, it appears that the Rabbit R1 may have overlooked this essential consideration. The design and functionality of the device, with its button placement and scroll wheel orientation, seem to favor right-handed users. This could present potential usability issues for the left-handed among us. It's not just about comfort, but also about efficiency and ease of use. Imagine if every time you use the device, it feels awkward, or you have to adjust your natural hand position. That's not a pleasant user experience, is it? Inclusivity in design isn't merely a nice-to-have, it's a must. And it's a principle that seems to be missing in the Rabbit R1's design. Sadly, Rabbit R1 seems to leave left-handed users in the lurch. Can a company sustain on a low-priced product alone? This is a question that comes to mind when we consider the Rabbit R1's price point. At a mere $199 without any visible additional subscription models, one might wonder how the company plans to cover its operational costs. It's a well-known fact that developing and maintaining artificial intelligence technology isn't cheap. It demands continual updates, improvements, and rigorous testing for glitches and security issues. Not to mention the costs associated with customer support, marketing, and the physical production of the device itself. Without a secondary source of income, such as a subscription model or premium services, it begs the question of how long a company can keep afloat, especially in the competitive tech market. The Rabbit R1, with its low price and lack of additional revenue streams, does not provide a clear answer to this concern. The Rabbit R1's pricing strategy raises more questions than it answers. What happens when an AI model is misused? This is a question we should all be asking, especially in the context of the Rabbit R1. This device, with its AI model, carries a significant risk of misuse. We are talking about a scenario where the AI could hallucinate or bypass security measures. Now imagine the chaos if this were to happen. Your personal data could be compromised, your online identity hijacked, and your privacy violated in the worst possible way. Not to mention the potential for significant data loss. And what's the Rabbit R1's defense against these threats? Well, it's quite quiet on that front, isn't it? This lack of security measures exposes you to a myriad of risks. It's like walking into a minefield blindfolded. The Rabbit R1's AI model is not just a risk. It's a potential catastrophe waiting to happen. It's a security time bomb waiting to explode. How adaptable is an AI when dealing with various interfaces? Let's delve into the Rabbit R1's adaptability, or potentially lack thereof. This AI system is supposed to adapt to various interfaces, but the web isn't always so straightforward. With a mix of HTML code and images, the playing field becomes complex. Will the AI be able to navigate smoothly? Or will it get lost in the ever-changing labyrinth of the web? These questions remain unanswered. The Rabbit R1's AI might not be as adaptable as it claims. Is the Rabbit R1 a valuable product, or just a marketing ploy? Now let's delve into the consumer adoption strategy behind this device. The Rabbit R1's approach of presenting a physical gadget to represent the intangible AI model might seem ingenious at first glance, but when we start to question the longevity of this strategy, it begins to look less sustainable. It begs the question, is this a sincere effort to deliver a meaningful product or simply a clever marketing tactic? The Rabbit R1's consumer adoption strategy seems more like a marketing gimmick than a genuine attempt to offer value.